Throughout the history of video games, there has been a wide variety of level types and elements introduced and used commonly because we love their overall designs. From the generic grasslands to the mystical forests, from the breathtaking mountains to the ambient beauty of underwater levels, the list goes on. However, if there is one type of level that I love the most, it is the fire levels. Fire levels have always been my favorite among video games due to their intense nature and that sense of adrenaline I get when traversing through a dangerous environment, whether it be inside a volcano or simply just a place that is filled to the brim with fire. This is Grief Seed Productions, and I will be listing my top 10 favorite fire levels I have encountered in video games. Now this list will come with its own set of rules just to keep things fair. Rule number 1. The fire level cannot be an enemy stronghold, such as in the case of Bowser's Castle and Eggman Land, because that is a whole different category on its own. Rule number 2. The level cannot be a mixed blend of elements, such as in the case of Dark Eyes Mines and Freeze Flame Galaxy. Without further ado, let us dive into the flames.
Not into the pit! It burns!
To start off this list is probably one of the rare cases of fire-based dungeons you will ever encounter in a Tales of game. Mount Alejo is an active volcano you'll be visiting twice on your adventure, the first visit involving looking for the Sephiroth and the second visit to rescue Ion. What really makes this dungeon shine though is during the second visit, because there are several hazards that include periodically rising lava and fireballs that spew out of it. If you happen to touch these hazards, your party will be drained of their HP, so it is essentially important to traverse this carefully. All these hazards combined is why I love this dungeon so much, and because fire dungeons are a rarity in Tales games, this deserves a spot on my list. However, the reason this dungeon isn't any higher is because it is mostly linear and lacks any puzzles. Also, all the fire hazards get negated prior to the New Fire 2 side quest, which is a real letdown. Referring to what I said about Mount Alejo lacking any puzzles, Paper Mario's iconic Mount Lavalava fixes that. Paper Mario has always been my favorite RPG classic, so it would be wrong to not include Mount Lavalava on this list. As the name suggests, Mount Lavalava is an active volcano you must traverse through to save one of the star spirits captured by Bowser. There are so many lava hazards in this area, and the enemies you will meet are definitely not to mess around with due to the lack of healing blocks. Some platforms will sink into the lava under your weight, so you must keep moving in the reservoir sections. As for puzzles, there is a lot to do. You'll be pushing blocks to restrict lava flows, using the newly obtained Ultra Hammer to smash through metal blocks, and even escaping ROMs. All of this wraps up with a very fun and challenging boss fight against a nasty lava piranha and your great escape from the volcano's inevitable eruption. Overall, Mount Lavalava is a very fun RPG classic, and I'm sure most of you who had played the game will certainly agree on this choice. Holy shit! This fire stage is a hell of a lot of fun to play on. I'm not going to bore you with too many details, so I'll just keep it simple. Norfair is a fire stage that originated from Metroid. Even though I'm not too familiar with the Metroid series, this stage doesn't lose points because of it, and I love every second of it. There are just so many lava hazards to bring chaos to the entire fight, and it's adrenaline rushing. What I love the most about the stage though is that every now and then a huge eruption will occur, so many fighters get frantic to steal a safety capsule. Too bad, suckers, enjoy your hot bath. Despite a lot of fun I had with this stage, what really killed it for me though is that players can now exploit rolls to avoid the eruption. Talk about killjoys. Donkey Kong Jungle Beat has some very unique and interesting fire levels, such as the ominous Grim Volcano, the intense Ancient Foundry, and the bombastic Magma Coliseum. So which one did I choose? In my opinion, my favorite among all of them is the Lava Cavern. There's not a whole lot I can say about this level due to its short length, but I love everything this level gives off. The atmosphere, the sense of danger, the unique obstacles that get in my way. But most of all is the music. I mean, take a listen. This tune is very catchy, and overall feels different from all the other soundtracks put in Fire levels. How can you not like it? Well, I actually know someone in my family who hates video game music. Okay, Touhou is not the type of game that focuses on level environments because they're used only as backgrounds for Danmaku, but after playing through Stage 6 of Subterranean Animism, I feel that I need to add this stage due to its visuals. As you can see, you're flying through a sea of flames on your way to stop Oku's takeover. Despite being a background, I love how it animates very well. In fact, I actually feel the sense of intensity build up as I continue to fly through this beautiful animation. As for actual obstacles, there are a lot of hell ravens and flame spirits that will get in your way, and their patterns can be tricky to follow, especially this one. Also, Orin will try to stop you one last time before facing Oku. In all, I actually like the feel of intensity in this stage, so I had to categorize this as a fire level. The background animation is proof of it.
Keep an eye on your shield gauge.
Okay, I've been trying to avoid using this word for a while now, but I need to bring it up to summarize this level. Awesome! I mean, look at it! You're literally flying over the surface of a blazing star.
This baby can take temperatures up to 9,000 degrees.
It's over 9,000!
No, that joke has been used way too many times. Anyway, Solar is a very fun stage that really puts you on edge because the intense heat gradually damages your R-Wing, so you have to collect a lot of silver and gold rings to replenish your shields by shooting down rocks and enemies. Now, I'll admit that the stage can be rather frustrating at times, especially when trying to keep your teammates alive, but that doesn't stop me from having fun in this stage, even during the boss fight. If the Nintendo 64 graphics are not enough to convince you that this is a blazing star, then maybe the 3DS port will change your mind. Now it looks like a blazing star. Now your first thoughts after looking at this footage might be, why the hell am I playing a SpongeBob game? Well, let me explain. SpongeBob SquarePants has been my favorite cartoon since my childhood, and I still watch it today for nostalgia. That goes same for the game, and it does not disappoint. Trust me. Also, both was minion love SpongeBob, so I see no problems with this. Okay, now back to the topic. Just like the movie, this oddly named level takes place at the bottom of the monster-filled trench. Although to be honest, it is filled mostly with lava instead of monsters, so that is why I categorize this as a fire level. I just love the dark and gloomy atmosphere of this level. It really differs from the usual generic fire levels I mentioned so far. Basically, in this level, you'll be traversing over various lava lakes as SpongeBob, using his bubble bowl to defeat enemies and monsters and find the exit to the trench. Along the way, you'll encounter various fun challenges that branch off from the main path. The puzzles are not difficult to solve, but some can be tricky, like the springboard puzzle, which will take some time to figure out for first-timers. With a lot of tasks to do, this level feels more open, and adds a lot of replay value when you backtrack after obtaining certain moves. Overall, it is a fun and nostalgic level, no matter how many backlashes this game and its franchise receives.
You gotta be shitting me!
Yeah, I know that Sonic 2006 is the biggest train wreck in video game history, but that doesn't stop me from enjoying its levels, and my favorite fire level in this game is no doubt Crisis City. First off, look at the setting. It is an apocalyptic city that takes place 200 years in the future due to the flames of disaster. Okay, I admit the story sucks, but I love this setting, and it's what makes this fire level unique. There are so many fire hazards and enemies that will get in your way, and nothing is more satisfying than beating them up, because it feels like I'm liberating a demolished city. It gets more interesting with jumping on flying debris and escaping from a fire tornado. I love this level, and I think Sega did a good job with it. Hey, before you give me that face, let me tell you that just because I love this level doesn't mean I love the game. And if that's not enough to convince you, then let me tell you that I prefer the Generations version over the original for obvious reasons. Finally put this one to bed. I hope this doesn't come back to bite me in the face. These next two levels are pretty much my favorites among all of them, so after careful consideration, here is my result. Number 2 belongs to Melty Molten Galaxy, from the beautiful gem of a Mario game ever created. This level is truly the crown jewel of fire levels. There's a whole lot to talk about this level, so I'll keep things simple. The atmosphere here is truly astounding, and really sets the mood for an intense adventure across the entire lava planet. Each area of the level has its own set of unique obstacles to conquer, making this experience even more fun, challenging, and even more breathtaking. The level itself has 3 main missions that involve scaling a sinking lava spire, dodging a barrage of meteors, and finally duking it out with Dino Piranha's fiery relative. The others include the generic Daredevil Run, Purple Coins, and secret missions. With all these missions combined, this level has an even greater experience that topped that of most fire levels in gaming. I'll never forget this experience the moment I saw Mario fly from the erupting volcano. This level is truly amazing. But there is one fire level that has it all. Yep, the number 1 spot and my favorite of all is the very first volcano level from Retro Studios' finest achievements of a Donkey Kong Country game. 8-1 Furious Fire combines all the elements of previous fire levels mentioned and mixes them into one experience. So what really makes this level great? Well, let me tell you. When you first enter this level, you know you're about to venture through a harsh and hostile environment on your way to the final battle, and this level doesn't mess around. There are fireballs everywhere arching in various patterns, putting all that you've learned throughout the game to the ultimate test. The adrenaline experience I had with this level was at its max. Never before had I felt the combination of fun platforming and danger rushing in my body that not even Melty Molten Galaxy could compare. And I'm not talking about this level alone, I'm talking about the whole volcano world. Each level has their unique experience and provides me with similar situations of intensity, but none of them have achieved what Furious Fire did. In my opinion, this is the pinnacle of all fire levels. Well, that wraps up my list of my top 10 favorite fire levels in video games. If you have a different opinion, please leave a constructive comment or a video response. This is Grief Seed Productions, signing off.